Hi, this is Colin, and in this quick lesson I'm going to show you how to add rows and columns. So let's head on over to where we were last time. This is where we left off. We left with the Hope template still loaded. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this with the blank template because I think that's going to be easier to show you how to add rows. So let's head up to templates, click on templates, and then we'll go into your templates. It doesn't matter if we go into your templates or home pages, but we can select a blank template. Click blank and then confirm it. Now we've got a blank template. Now if we go over to row layouts, you'll see that we've got lots of options for columns. We've got 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, all the way through to 6 columns, and then we've got some sidebar options below. So if I grab one of these columns and drag it out to the page, you can see that we've got 1 column contained within 1 row. Now what I can do is I can actually add more columns to this row by going to the row layouts, and this time we'll drag 2 out, and you can see I can put it above or below the existing column that I have in there. So we'll put it below, and what we'll do next is we'll add 3 columns, and notice this time that I can add it into the existing row, or I can drag it just outside and put it in its own row. I can also put it above in its own row up there. But let's put it down below here so we can see what we're doing. So now we've got 1, 2, 3 columns. Except these 2 are in the same row and this one's in its own separate row. Now what we can also do is we can add sidebars. So for example, common blog layout would be a right sidebar. So if I grab that and bring it down here into its own section, you can see that we've got a content area here and a sidebar area over here. Now what if we don't like the sidebar to be this wide? So it's just a matter of clicking on this. As you can see, it's at 33% right now. I'm going to change that down to 25% and click save. You'll notice that the sidebar is a lot slimmer now. That's not what we're here for today, but I will go into this in more detail in one of the next videos. But let's just go up and add some content to one of these columns. So if I go up to add content, and then I scroll down to text editor, grab that, I'm going to put it on that one single column at the top there. I'm going to paste in some random lorem ipsum text, click save, and as you can see, it goes right across the whole width of that row. Now I can also duplicate that by clicking on this double page icon here. Once I've duplicated it, I can move it by clicking on the 4-arrowed icon here and drag it across. Now I'm going to duplicate it again, and as I keep duplicating, as you can see, the row expands to accept the extra content within that column. Now I'm going to drag one of those across over here, and I'm going to duplicate it one more time. So as you can see, I've got 4 sets of text there within the 2 columns. Now if I do that one more time, so I duplicate it here and drag that down into here, you'll see that it resizes the text to suit the column. I'm going to do that one more time, actually 2 more times. So we'll drag that. Now we can drag that across to here, drag that across to there. And that's how you get your columns onto the page. Each time you add a column, you'll be given the choice of putting it into an existing row, or you can add it to its own row. So if I add one more set of columns, I'm going to add 4 this time. When I drag it down, you can see that I get it into either that row, or I can put it in its own row, and I'm going to just drag it there. Now it's in its own row containing the columns. So that's where the columns and the rows come in. It's very easy to drag and drop them onto the page. I'm going to get into more detail as to how to configure them, the widths of them, the backgrounds, the colors, what you can do with the rows and what you can do with the columns in the next couple of videos. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Thanks. Bye.